Hello there, Adam Bazalgette here, founder of Scratch Golf Academy. Today, tips to stop hooking the ball, hitting that ball straight. Two things that are really causing it. We'll get into that, drills and images to help. But just briefly, if you're new to this channel, would love it if you'd subscribe. Helps us build momentum, bring you more free content. Also check out the Scratch Golf Academy app at the App Store. Lots of fun stuff I think you'd enjoy working on. There's me, slow motion in the Learning Center, demonstrating a hook. And the things you'll note, if there's solid contact, we're assuming that the club face is always closed in relation to the swing. That's what gives it its hook. A couple of other sub points here. The club face will not only affect curve, it will affect start direction. You can see how the direction the club's moving in is different to the direction the ball starts. And in almost all cases, the club is slinging too far out away from the body, making it very difficult to control. Now at high speed, this golf club's heavy. You are not going to be able to control it unless A, you're moving your lower body well, and B, your hands are fairly close to you. So we're going to have a look at a drill now from over the camera that I think will help you feel that. Just picture picking up a heavy suitcase out there, much more control in here. Let's see if we can get that relationship. So when you're working on this, it's critical for you to remember that the end of the golf club, by the time you hit the ball, should be beginning its journey around your body that way. That doesn't mean the club's on the wrong side of the ball. It could mean that, but it doesn't definitively mean that. Picture a hockey stick. As I understand hockey, if I'm whacking a puck towards the camera, grip end's going there. So when you hit this little punch shot, what I want you to feel, a nice short stop, trail arm very much across your tummy, club under control. And one final thing when you hit this shot, feel like you can come to a nice abrupt stop that speaks of good timing between the hips and the club. Let's give it a go. That sort of a shot there. If you can stick that finish, you're on your way. So we'll finish with a couple of thoughts on how to really make that hip action dynamic and thoughts on practice. But here's one for you just before we get to that. Learn to hit a cut if you're trying to stop hitting a draw. So we're going to do just what we've worked on. I've got a less lofted club, a 6-iron in this case. And as I work my hips and as I work that trail wrist bent, I'm going to feel the heel stays ahead of the toe as though my life literally depended on it, and see if we can hit. I'll choke down a little slide cut. And that ball has a nice little slider to the right. You have to experience too much of something before you can consistently dial in the right amount. So let's look briefly at one final aspect of the hip motion that will add some strength and power. There's elite ball striker Tommy Fleetwood. I've drawn a line out from his belt buckle. Watch, even though his head isn't going up, watch his belt rise. You can see a little spring off the ground, his glutes tuck underneath him. You get that spring, you will be much more effective moving your hips. So as you just saw there, the pros are not only turning their hips, they're squeezing and pushing up. You'll find at high speed that club's heavy, and if you can squeeze up, it will help your hip rotation. So make that a little part of what you do as well. And really get to that nice squeeze together position. Now, final word of advice, mix and match, okay? Hit some little slice shots, hit some just little fairly neutral hold-off shots, and hit some regular shots trying for neutral. Keep playing around till you've gained skill and you feel like you have some ownership over this thing. You'll get rid of those hooks. Hope this helps.